Stop doing this. Stop doing these things. Part 2. Stop not standing up for your boundaries and how you want to be treated. Put your foot down a little more often than not and say, that's not how I want to be treated. Respect my wishes, or it's bye-bye. Stop pushing potential love interests away with your I can do it all, I don't need a man attitude. Pushing people away will surely keep you single and people away. Stop putting up with an abusive partner. Get out now. You deserve better. Call the police. If necessary, make their life miserable. Or just call a friend to help you pack and escort you out of the building. Then, happily, move on to greener pastures. Stop telling yourself that you are not attractive. It isn't true. You are attractive, or you can easily work at things to make yourself more attractive. There is a large group of dating prospects out there who do think you're attractive. Remember, looks aren't everything. And beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Believe it, because it's true. Clothes can make you more attractive, yes. Cleanliness makes you more attractive. Action, excitement, knowledge all make you more attractive. Mystery makes you more attractive. Stop telling yourself that you're too old to date or find someone new. That's not true either. There are millions out there who feel just as you do. Plus, there's always someone younger or older who would find you a perfect mate if you just give yourself the chance. Get out there and start kicking up some dust. It's not always so much who we are that attracts people to us, but what we are. What do we do for a living, for fun, on the weekends, for hobbies, etc.? Make what you do more the focus of how you'll attract someone, no matter your age. Stop rushing into things. Let things take their time, take their course naturally. Be patient. Observe the road you're on. Let things come to you. Don't you necessarily run to them. Good things come to those who wait. Besides, you're better off taking your time so you don't miss something, or you can make a convenient turnaround if the direction you're going isn't where you want it to go either. For example, it's best not to be so anxious to sleep with someone or push your way to them when in reality you observed they've got some very bad habits you don't want to get close to. Yeah. Now you can slip out the side door, not hurt their feelings, and get away for prospecting another day, safe and sound, with no damage done to you or the other person. Stop rushing into things. Stop swearing if you do. Yes, occasionally I do swear from time to time, and I need to watch it. And women do tell me not to swear in front of them. Okay, I get it. I know now how they feel. When my guy friends swear, I tell them not to swear. We're all right. We all got to stop swearing. This goes for the music you listen to as well. I hear just some of the nastiest songs on social media that toss out swear words like giving candy to a baby. It's so unattractive. And believe me, below gutter mentality. Stop listening to those songs with profanity in particular, and stop swearing too. I've been on podcast shows and just listening to people. And I tell you, the F-bomb, swearing left and right, it's just so unattractive, and it will not attract a quality prospective mate to your world. It won't. If you think otherwise, continue what you're doing and ask yourself later on, how's that working out for me? Yeah. Like attracts like. Yeah. Stop running to therapists every time you have a problem that you think you can't fix, but really could if you just applied yourself, perhaps with a little research, some improved resolve, patience, and vigor. Not that therapy is a bad thing or it doesn't work. It has its place in society, for sure. I just don't want you to think therapy is the be-all answer to all your problems. It depends on the problem you're facing, of course. I just know some problems can be solved through other means, which you might not know about. What's happened in my 30 plus years of observation of people going to therapists is that they just stay stuck in their problems forever. A. Share the problem with therapist. B. Therapist listens with an empathetic ear. Nice. C. Therapist asks you questions and asks you to repeat what you said. Is that what you're saying? D. Therapist prescribes medication to see if that helps. E. My advice? Be your own therapist. Costs you nothing. And if you work on your own problems, you'll know how to fix them again when they pop up. Become more self-reliant, a problem solver, more confident in setting boundaries so people don't mess with your head or your heart, and go for what you want in life without giving 2 cents to what other people think. Live free, be free, and tell everyone to F off if they give you shit. There, the answer to your problems. Hey, granted, if you've lost a loved one, for example, I understand it's important to talk to people. I'm all for that. I'm just suspicious of the mental health industry today for all the right reasons. Why have we seen an uptick in mental illness in the past 10 to 20 years? Think about it. What's different today? Research suggests that for many mental health conditions, combining therapy with medication is the single most effective way to see results. So says psychologybstoday.com. Folks, I hate reading that. Experts? I've never known an expert who didn't have a hidden agenda. Granted, if you really need the help in that way, hey, you go for it. I'm not going to stop you. Do what helps you get better. But what I do know is that the mental health industry over the past 3 decades has gotten way out of hand when it comes to really taking care of folks. I remember back in the 90s when they started to diagnose crying and grieving as a mental disorder and wanted to medicate it. Therapists, psychologists, and the like were high on the idea that they could just see you for 30 minutes and then write you a prescription before you walked out the door on your first visit. Wow. What's their real motivation there? Whether they were told by their higher-ups to do so, or they got a financial kickback, think residual income. They pushed medication on everyone who walked through their door. And I'm just thinking about all the statistics of the sewer system that reported that a great percentage of all the pills people take, they don't even get digested. They run right through their system and out the exit door of the body and into the sewer system. Oh, okay, great. Yeah. That is not how you treat everyone. Ever heard that saying by the IRS, if it moves, tax it? Well, from what I've seen from the mental health industry, if you have any kind of human emotion, the psycho handlers hop quick to say, if you feel anything, medicate them. Wow. Look out for those side effects and addiction to psychomedications or other complications from those psycho meds. In the book, and this is one of my favorite books, my top 10, Destructive Trends in Mental Health, The Well-Intentioned Path to Harm, by Rogers H. Wright and Nicholas A. Cummings. They talk about all of this and a lot more. How the mental health industry preys on everyone to come in, be told they have some kind of mental disorder, they can help you, and they proceed to put you on some kind of prescription medication for who knows how long. Well, maybe I'm alone in my thinking, but I try my best not to let anyone get into my head or drug me up with anything. In fact, I once helped a therapist get off Prozac. Yeah, none of her therapist friends could help her at all. That was strange. Her own expert friends in her field couldn't help her, and she had access to a whole office of them. So I offered to give her my style of Bartman, we'll call it head coaching, which consisted of 2 to 3 2-hour phone calls per week for 2 to 3 weeks. Wow. Did that do the job? She was off to a brand new head start after we got done. She told me months later, Bart, because of our talks, I forgot to take my Prozac and continued for weeks without it. I decided to get off it entirely because of how I didn't need it anymore. To date, she's doing well, and I can tell. I can hear it in her voice 15 years later. Again, if you need therapy or medication and your situation is so bad that those approaches might help you, hey, I'm all for it. I'm happy for you. Go for it. On the other hand, try. That's all I ask, is that you try not to succumb to running to a therapist to talk to whatever you feel the slightest bout of depression or whatever's coming on. Also, observe how fast they put you on medication. I could go into all the natural remedies you might try for what ails most people when it comes to their mental health. But that'd have to be a whole other book, which maybe I'll write someday, but not now. For now, though, I'll digress and step off my proverbial soapbox on this subject. Do what you want. It's a free country. Oh, speaking of drugs, medications, and pharma, yeah. Stop taking drugs, medications, and other pharmaceuticals, respectively, to solve your problems. What I'm referring to here is using any form of prescribed or non-prescribed drugs to cover up or numb what you could or should heal through with natural means. For example, if you smoked a lot of weed to overcome your depression from fill in the blank, stop it. If you're taking some kind of prescription drug for depression, all I ask is that you weigh the side effects and addictions that go along with such drugs. Try and do your best to heal yourself holistically, naturally, and without the aid of any drugs. You'd be better off in the long run. Here's one, kind of funny. Stop talking so much, or talking too fast. Slow down. Talk in sound bites. Let someone get a word in edgewise, and don't hog the conversation. It's always best to talk less and listen more. Engage the brain more and the mouth less. Speak when spoken to. He or she who does the least amount of talking actually controls the conversation more, believe it or not. You also take in more information when you're listening. You can't listen when you're talking. I'd rather be a sponge, taking in whatever everyone is saying. Then at the end, when they ask my opinion, my words chosen are on point, brief, and final. Stop thinking of yourself if and when you're in a relationship with someone, and think of the other person a little more. Remember, you're a couple. You're not single on your own in a relationship, so stop thinking of yourself so much. Start thinking of the other person. Stop thinking only of yourself if you're single. Think of others for a change. Be more selfless than selfish. Focus more on others and not just on yourself all the time. Stop thinking of others more than yourself. It's kind of the opposite. And start thinking about your needs for a change. It's definitely a balancing act, for sure. Balance your time thinking about your needs and getting them met, all while thinking of others just the same. A little more or less from time to time is okay. Yeah, it's all right. Hey, stop trying to be someone only to attract them. That is a hard task to fulfill. Be you and be real. Get near them. Be exciting. Invite them into your world to see if there's some chemistry or attraction. But beyond that, F that. Be you. It's much easier. Stop trying to fix someone to be more like the way you want them. Maybe you're in a relationship. Stop trying to fix someone to be the perfect vision or version of what you want them to be. That never works. Offer assistance, yes. Say how much you'd like to help, and see how they respond. Ladies, stop trying to fix a man you're interested in, dating, or married to. Do you have some kind of special degree, license, training, or certification to show you have the secret knowledge to fix a man? It doesn't work. Ask him to make certain changes, that's fair. Otherwise, stop trying to fix him. And if his fixings cause harm to your heart, your body, your mind, your emotions, stop hanging around that guy. Get out of there. Stop wondering if he or she likes you. You know, after 2 or 3 tries to get their attention, Just walk on up to them and say, hey, I got to tell you something. I really like you. Tell them you have feelings for them and be done with it. Your time is valuable too. Don't waste it. Wondering, I wonder if. No. After the 2 or 3 subtle hints, just get the answers you deserve. Ask and you shall receive. Yes or no. Okay. Stop worrying about how others hurt you in the past. Move on. You had your car accident. Stop dwelling on the past. Learn from it. Heal and move on. Onward and upward. Wish them well. Prayers and healing and all. But move on. You can do better, believe me. There's someone out there that I'd like to introduce you to who will take the last person off your mind for good. Stop worrying that you'll never find someone. Some folks, guys and gals, are just late bloomers. Let me repeat that. They are late bloomers. Accept it as fact. There are men and women who have spent years in their room too and have just recently come out of their cave to meet you. Millions of people, just like you, are hoping some guy or gal won't be afraid to talk to them and won't judge them for being shy or introverted and not fully confident in themselves. Oh, gee, they're just like you. See how easy that is? Now, get out there. And again, that late bloomer syndrome, that's cool. Just because you don't have someone now doesn't mean that someone out there is in a relationship now, but in about 6 months, they're going to get dumped, or they're going to dump the person they're with, and they're going to be single again. Available for them to go after. So stop worrying that you'll never find someone. No. So, what did you think about my stop doing this or that list? I know for me, I love it. What will you stop doing? Think about it and stop it. Observe the results and love the new you. And again, whatever applies. Maybe I said some things that don't apply, but maybe they do. But you say, Bart, you can't tell me to stop that. I don't want to stop that. But if you stopped it for a while, just like I said, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, observe the results. What did you observe? See if there's a positive change. That's all I'm asking.